Hey everyone, this is my walkthrough commentary for Escape 4: The Bathroom. Now, Escape 4 came out a few years ago, but for whatever reason, it's been the most popular escape game that I've released. I don't know if it was just something in the right place at the right time, or people just really like the idea of bathrooms, or what. I'm not really sure, but either way, I thought it was about time to go back through and give it a little playthrough, so here we go. Alright, so we're starting off in the bathroom, and we can start by collecting a few items, like the plunger, and we can go into the sink here, grab some baking soda, and and of course, probably one of the items that's always pissed people off about this game. I tried to hint toward it, but I don't think it was really effective enough. Probably one of the most important items you need to use is the wrench, and it's hidden in the floor. And it's just right here on this tile. You just click it, and there it is. The tile itself, of course, is discolored. It doesn't really match the pattern, and I tried to do sort of an arrow on the wall that would point down and indicate there was something there, but a lot of people miss it, and honestly, even after loading up the game after all this time and coming back, I almost forgot that that's where it was, so can't say I really blame anyone. So, take a look around here. What do we do? Okay, so we can go up to the toilet. What we need to do is first use the plunger on the toilet to separate the rubber part from the stick. Now I suppose there's no immediate reason you'd want to do that, but I figured using a plunger on the toilet is sort of just a common action you would assume might happen. And there's not many items yet, so I figured people would come across that eventually. Now if we go into the toilet, we see we have a key here, and we can use the rubber part from the plunger to act as a flush valve for the toilet. And with that in place, now we need to turn the actual water on. I remember at the time I tried to do a little research on how toilets worked, and I tried to justify this actually working. I don't think this would really happen or could happen in real life at all. It doesn't really make sense, but at the time I thought it was at least semi-accurate. So we'll grab the key. We can go up here to the mirror. And just a side note for later, you can see the mirror is cracked. We can use the wrench to break off a piece of it and put that in our inventory. The key from the toilet can open up this here. So, bring that open. We can pick up floss. The floss is just a red herring, kind of pointless, but the other stuff is semi-important. So we'll use that. The pill bottle, I believe, has a message. What is this? That's just talking about how you get the code for later, so I'll get into that in just a minute. As for what's next, I believe the next main thing is using the keypad. Of course, we can't use the keypad just yet because it's connected to the battery over here, and the battery has corroded terminals. So to take care of that, we have to go over to the sink. You can hit the stopper back here to plug it up because we need some hot water. And just click on the hot water terminal, and go to the baking soda in the inventory, and just dump some in there. Now this actually is time-based. If you can't, if for whatever reason you spend too much time between plugging the sink and turning it on and using the baking soda, the water will cool down in the game and will no longer be effective. You have to have the hot water active. So, and when I made that mixture in the sink, I dipped the toothbrush in it. We can take that over here to scrub off the terminals, and we can't connect them until they're dry. So we get the hairdryer by going up to the ceiling here, and there's a panel kind of skewed out of the way. We can get the stick, bump it a few times, and we get the hairdryer. So we can bring that down and use the hairdryer on this. And once that's dry, we can connect the terminals. So that gives us access to the number pad. Now as far as the actual code, what we need to do for that, this is sort of based on the note that was in the bottle. If we go up here to the wall to this weird scratching, we can use the razor to scratch away the first part of it. And if we use the mirror, see there's kind of an empty area here. We can place the mirror here, and this reflects the code that's on the other side. On this, on this end, it looks just like a 10E, and if we go back around to here, it looks like a 45E, but you can combine them together, and we get a 45801. So go down here, and we put that in 45801. Enter, and we have another valve. This one just turns on the bathtub water. And so basically, the way you beat this is you fill up the bathtub with water, like this, and then you drop the hairdryer in here. Of course, a lot of people mentioned why not just do it in the sink, because there's water right here, obviously, but I made sure not to put a plug around here, an electrical outlet, which means you wouldn't really be able to plug the hairdryer in anywhere around here, whereas the plug here serves as the place to plug it in where you can dry off the terminal, and of course where you drop it in the tub. So I at least tried to be a little consistent with that. So if we go over here, and now that we've got the tub full, we drop the hairdryer in, and we get a crappy little animation, and we turn around. Oh, and of course the laser door system was a little silly, but it worked for what I was going for. So luckily, shorting out the power with the hairdryer and the water cancels out the lasers, and we can escape. So that's escape for the bathroom. It's actually sort of based on the bathroom that I have at home, downstairs in the basement. I also made a video version of this where I recorded a little thing with myself and my friend Jason, and I sort of did a real-life escape game. It was a bit silly, but I'll put the link up here if anyone's interested. It's on YouTube too, so maybe you'll get some enjoyment out of that. But that's about it for this, and I'll catch you guys on the next game.